Hi everyone, Ian here from Virtual Golf Academy, Coleshill, Birmingham. Just wanted to talk to you today about the posture in the golf swing or in the address position. The correct posture is really important, as is all of the other facets in the setup position, with your ball position, grip, all of those things. But posture is one of them. Now, what I want to try and explain is how you can have a consistent posture with every club in the bag. Now, I've got a 7-iron here. Now, the first thing we want to try to do is stand up straight. So we stand up straight, shoulders back, not out of joint, but just relax. And then all we do is we push the waist back, so the upper half has to counter that to keep balance. So as the waist goes back, the more the waist, hips and your rump goes back, the more your upper half has to come over to counteract that, otherwise you'll lose your balance. Now, as I do this, my arms are hanging freely here. Now as I go over, you'll see my arms falling to gravity. Now, the more I go over, the more I'm probably in tune now with the wedge. Now let's just have a look. No, 7-iron's about right there. Come back. And this is going to give you, if you watch my other video about how far you should stand from the ball in your address position, this now gives you the correct posture to bring up to your club. So you can watch that. If you go to the channel, you'll be able to see that video. So again, waist back. This pull makes your upper half come over. Your arms hang. This will probably be driver position now. Wedge position, feet be close together. So we're trying to enable our arms to hang pretty much to gravity. When we put the grip on, there'll be a slight push out to the club, which just makes it a little bit less than to gravity. So if this was, my arms are hanging to gravity now, as I put the club on, they're going to change their position slightly. But generally speaking, they should be hanging down to gravity. Now you can only do that by getting the correct posture. Yes, we have a little bit of knee flex, but our waist and our bum is back to enable room. If you watch Tiger Woods, the amount of room that he has or he creates in his swing is phenomenal. Now, what we don't want is for the arms to be in this position. Now, this isn't to gravity. If I relax that arm, you can see it's here. Pop the grip on, there'll be just a slight push out to the grip. Now, we don't want that. We don't want this, because this is not falling to gravity. If you allow your arms to fall to gravity, it will give you then the correct distance your hands and arms are away from your thighs. So just to recap on what I've already said, you can use a club here, sometimes quite helpful. Just put your thumbs in your pockets, push that waist, push those hips back, arms hanging down freely to gravity. As you can see here, right arm to gravity onto the club. Now let's have a look from the face-on view. So now from the face-on view, exactly the same. I'm going to stand up straight, push the hips, the waist, the bum back, which brings my upper half over. Now, that's fine if we're going to have our hands like this. But we don't have our hands like this when we grip the club. The right hand, or the trail hand, or the right hand for the right-handed player will be below the left or the lead hand. Now, in order to achieve this, we need our body to create a lowering of our right side. So we're in our position as we showed down the line earlier. I'm over, my arms are hanging. Now what happens now is there is a slight push of the lower half to create slightly more weight on our left leg or our lead leg. Now it's probably about 55, maximum 60% that's on your left foot or lead foot. Now, as I push across slightly, this lowers my right side. Now, because that is now lower, my right hand, again to gravity, can be put on below the lead hand, or my left hand for the right-handed player. Now, I'm across, it's dropped. I can then place the right hand under the left hand, and this creates a slightly higher lead side. The whole of the lead side is slightly higher than the right side. Now, this is important for two reasons. The first being, I want to put my right hand under my left hand, and the second reason is I want to be in that position when I strike the ball. Remember, your right side must be under the left side as we're coming in to strike the golf ball. So once again, just to recap, waist back, a little bit of knee flex, arms hanging to gravity, then there's a push, the head doesn't move, we just push the hips across slightly. So there's about 55% on the left foot. This then enables the right hand to come underneath the left hand. Now you're in the ideal position, and the other key point of this is as we start into our backswing, because we've got a little bit more weight on our left side, it gives us what we would call a running start into our backswing, because the weight wouldn't remain there as we swing back. I'll go into this in more detail when we look at the takeaway and the backswing in my future videos. But from here, we can then have a running start into the backswing. So, as usual, leave me a comment, subscribe, like, share, and until next time, thank you very much.